Okay, what's up guys? I'm here to talk about Season 3 changes, who's strong, who isn't. Well, actually I'm not going to talk about who isn't, but who's strong right now, overall impressions of the patch, and item build orders, starting items, that sort of thing, all for top lane. So first things first, we'll talk about the champions. I have them pulled up right here. Strongest champion in the game right now, top lane. No, I'm just kidding. There is no strongest champion, but a really strong top laner all around is definitely Teemo. Teemo's just got significantly buffed this patch through items and build orders, so the fuzzy friend is just OP right now. He's extremely annoying to play against, and he is one of the best laners, so Teemo looking really strong right now. I'll go into what to build on Teemo and a little bit of play later, but I'm just going over the overview of champions that feel really strong right now and feel like they got a significant buff due to the patch. So Wukong's another one. With the addition of Black Cleaver and the way armor penetration works, Crushing Blow is just really, really strong. If you Crushing Blow, then Cyclone, it just does a lot more damage than it used to, and it shreds tanks a little better, so it's really, really good. Wukong feels a lot stronger now too. Shen, strong as always. Ionic Spark got nerfed, so he got a slight nerf, but he's still Shen. He's still strong, so definitely he's one of the champions to look for. Rengar is really strong right now, but I know he's getting a really significantly nerfed next patch, so hopefully you can get him in as soon as possible and get some free ELOs, but I'm not sure when the next patch is coming, but I know he's getting hit pretty hard. So Rengar is strong right now. Who else is very, very strong? Oh, Garen got a significant buff. Black Cleaver is the Garen item, and it just completely dominates people. Black Cleaver really strong on Garen's scare right now. Jax, I actually think Blade of the Rune King is just really good on Jax, and it really scales him. Like, it's the only damage item you need other than... You need attack speed, but it's like the only core damage item you need. So Blade of the Rune King makes Jax a monster early game, especially when you just finish building it. Nobody can exchange with him. It's even worse than, you know, before. And those are the champions that I feel are significantly buffed through this patch. They just feel all really strong. I'm sure there are others like Jarvan, but I haven't got to playing with them. Oh yeah, and Pantheon feels really good with the new Black Cleaver. But I don't think he's like Garen level, but he's pretty dang strong right now. So those are the champions that feel really strong right now. I'll go through a little bit of my builds. So this is my Nidalee page. It's 2901. I go for the Flash Mastery, and you know, hybrid champions really just tend to go more of the offense tree, just because there's so many good things you can get in there that just compound damage. Range damage champions just, they love the offense tree, so Nidalee just going full offense pretty much. So this is not my Garen spec. Let me just move over. This is actually my Teemo spec. So Teemo doing a lot less physical damage, so I'm not going to get weapon expertise and deadliness. This is what my Teemo build is. I get 2 points into durability, improved recall, so you TP faster when you're invisible, and the flash CD. So leave it here for a second. And that's my Teemo page. And that is not my Wukong page. So this is my Galio page. I don't know, I'll just throw it up there for people that want to see. I get the improved Mastermind. This is actually my Cho'Gath page too. Now the reason I get Mastermind and Summoner Insight is, you know, that Flash CD and that Teleport CD on lower cooldown on top of the Flash and Teleport CD boots. It just brings your Summoner spells to a really low cooldown, and you can abuse split pushing and stuff like that. This is my typical build on the defensive tree. I go durability, some points into armor and magic resist, and relentless, tenacious, and only 1 point in legendary armor. Legendary armor is not as good as you think it is. Good hands, reinforced armor, and defender are really, really good. So, there's that tree. And for the AD bruisers, so you don't really want to go Fury in offense. It's pretty bad. 3% attack speed is not equivalent to 3% CDR, so you want that 3% CDR. You want Ignite usually. You want Deadliness, and you want Weapon Expertise. Now if the champion has crit, you go into Havoc and you just finish off the end of the tree. But we're talking about Wukong, so we don't need that. We'll go into Durability, Hardiness, Resistance. Now this is if the enemy champions have slows, you would obviously put 2 points into Relentless, and then gauge if you need, if the enemy champions have like crowd control effects, like stuns and stuff, then you would obviously get Tenacious. These 2 points are, you have to change them from matchup and what the enemy teams has going on. So just put some points in Tenacious. 1 point in Defender. First point in Legendary Armor gives 2% instead of 1.5. After, Good Hands can win and change games, so definitely get Good Hands. Reinforced Armor, 10% damage from less from critical strikes is insane, so get that. And Honor Guard. And that's how your tree looks. And the movable points that you can really change are Tenacious and Relentless. They're really good to change. And maybe throw in 1 point in Juggernaut if you're a champion that has high health values. So that's what it's looking like right now, and runes are just the same as they've always been, except for you kind of want armor penetration now, and so you go armor penetration reds, 80 quints, armor yellows, and magic resist blues. So that's just the standard bruiser page for beating people up. And let's go into game, and we'll talk about build paths and stuff like that. So we'll just lock in, let's say, Teemo. A little furry friend here. Let's lock in the astronaut Teemo. We don't really care about build masteries and runes right now, just because, yeah, we're not going to kill anyone. We're just going for the paths and how to play at the start. Just loading in here. Herp-de-derp-de-doo. Come on, Teemo, you can do it. Okay, we're in here.
Armed and ready.
We are armed and ready. Let's turn you down a bit, Teemo. Okay, so build paths. On champions that have mana, I typically like to go Crystalline Flask. So you buy Crystalline Flask, a ward, and a bunch of health potions until you run dry from gold. Sometimes I like mixing it up and putting 1 mana pot in the rest health pots, but that's typically my starting. And a ward is just really necessary top lane. Don't try to go to lane without a ward. You really need a ward. So against high physical damage champions like Riven, Tryndamere, Garen, those champions you really need to buy cloth armor. So I'm gonna show you this path. It's a little bit different. So you go cloth armor, you go ward, and you go to health pots. And then you notice you almost have enough for another pot.
2, 3, 4.
You just wait up over here and wait until the game starts. Pick up your 5 gold, and you can make it into lane with 3 pots, a ward, and a cloth armor. And just having the security that you're not going to get ganked, usually it makes up for not having 2 health pots. It's really hard to burn through 5 health pots when you are scared of, a jungler coming to gank you. So.
Minions have spawned.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after minions spawn.
Reporting in.
And no problem. We get into lane. All good. So those are the typical starting paths that you do on champions. And I'll go into what to build now. So, Blade of the Rune King is insane right now. I feel it's really, really strong item. It builds from Bilgewater Cutlass. Just a really strong item overall. I like it. If you're not building Black Cleaver. So,
I'll scout
Black
ahead.
Cleaver, I feel like, is the strongest item in the game right now. People are calling it League of 80 casters just because of this item. On Garen, it's just monstrosity. Black Cleaver is just really strong. So, I heard it's getting nerfed next patch. I'm not sure how much, but definitely a strong item. Pick it up ASAP on a lot of the 80 casters like Wukong, Garen, that sort of thing. Now I'm talking about defensive items. Runic Bulwark, your team needs one. It's a free Negatron cloak to almost everyone on your team. It's really, really strong item right now. So if you need MR, pick up a Runic Bulwark for your team. Lionry's Torment, really strong on Teemo, really strong on Kennen. Anyone that has AoE, and if you can get a Rallies, it's even better. So definitely a strong item right now. Pick it up. It's scary. Warmogs has a different build path now, and it feels quite good actually. So Black Cleaver, Warmogs on Garen feels really nice. If you really want more armor because you're against more of a physical based team, then go Black Cleaver, Randuin's. Trinity Force is still good on champions like Jax, but I would advise going or trying to go Blade of the Rune King. It's just really, really strong right now. I cannot stress that enough. Ravenous Hydra is not really that good, except for maybe on Fiora. It's a really, really situational buy. It doesn't feel that strong right now. Zephyr is really good if you need to go dodge boots and you don't want to sell it. It's a pretty good item all around. I actually find that I'm buying it a lot of the time. And that's pretty much all I'm going for really these days, like a combination of that. I'm staying away from Youmu's, I'm staying away from Sword of the Divine. Static Shiv I haven't played around with. I think it's okay, but really you just need to stay close to those core defensive items and then maybe GA every once in a while. Also, Spear Visage is really good on champions like Nidalee. If you need MR and CDR, it's really good. It feels really strong right now. As for AP items, typical items are good. Athene's Holy Grail if you need CDR. Rabadon's is a really late item. DFG is strong as always. Zonya's as strong as always. Those are my top picks. And ROA is always good. Catalyst is really strong now. I forgot to mention Catalyst. Catalyst costs a lot less gold to build now, and it, has its active that's really strong, and it's just a really strong item. I think it got nerfed in the health value and mana value a little bit, but it's all around. It's just a really scary item. So definitely Catalyst works on every situation for champions that have mana and health, unless you're building like a Black Cleaver champion, like a Garen or something like that, or a Wukong. So yeah, that's about all I have to talk about right now with the new top lane. If you want me to answer some questions, maybe I'll make another video, leave your comments, and see you.